Hey guys, in this devlog, I built a game in 72 hours for Ludum Dare 47, and I'll show you what I went through during the GameJam. I've always heard about Ludum Dare from other game devs, and had no intention of going through what they went through. Then I thought, who needs sleep? So I joined. Ludum Dare is split into two game jams. The jam, which gives you 72 hours to make a game, and you can use any free assets, sounds and music to help build the game. Or the compo, where you have 48 hours and you have to make all the art, sounds and music by yourself. Even though my best art skills could rival a toddler, I'll stick with the jam. The theme for the jam was stuck in a loop. I was not happy and started regretting my decision. Then again, I'd just deny entering if I fail, so what's the worst that could happen? I did some brainstorming and came up with different ideas for the game, but the one concept that stuck in my head was being stuck in a loop. I was going to make a text adventure, then I thought they're boring, so I scrapped it. The second option was, let's make a JRPG. Not recommended. I started looking for Zelda style 2D sprites on itch and OpenGameArt to see what I could use for the game. The art pack I decided to use was Pixel RPG Asset Pack by Arctentrion, as it reminded me of Zelda the most. I started setting up the first scene where the player will be sleeping in their house and set off on their adventure from there. But I wasn't just happy with sacrificing my sleep and building a JRPG, I also wanted to learn something new during the jam. So bordering on insanity, I chose to use tile maps that I never used before and animation trees that confused me in the past. So I pretty much spent the rest of my waking hours on Google, learning about blend trees and setting up the player's house. I set up the character movement and animation blend trees. It looked the part, but now I had to add in dialogue and an inventory system. I've never made a role-playing game before, so the dialogue and inventory system were new to me. So I was back on Google, doing research and learning more things. I finally learned what I could and set up the framework for both systems. The core game was made, and I had to write the story and the dialogue. I grabbed some paper and a Sharpie and wrote all the dialogue and the storyline. Now I was really tired and my brain function was questionable, but I thought, let's add some jokes and some funny references into the game. Then I thought, let's make the game about isolation and the player being trapped at home. Then I thought, let's do both. So I expanded the house, added more furniture, and decided the goal will be to leave the house and get some waffles. Yeah, I was hungry. I started adding all the dialogue into the game and started testing it. Of course nothing worked first time, so I spent the next few hours adding, testing and fixing bugs, and finally fell asleep at my desk. I don't know what time I fell asleep, so I can't say how many hours I slept, but I was pretty tired. I had to carry on. I tested the dialogue and the triggers and made sure all scenarios played out and the core mechanics of the game were done. So now I had half of Sunday to add in effects, sounds and polish up the game. I added in text scrolling, as any good RPG has text scrolling. I added in annoying beeping sounds, as any good text scrolling has beeping sounds. And I added in a walking sound that sounded more like a knife chopping a carrot. I now had almost everything working right. The dialogue, items, movement, sound effects, but I was missing music. I spent a few hours listening to different music tracks on OpenGameArt. Fell asleep, lost like 3 hours of the day, but I finally found something quirky and funny that matched the theme of the game. Quick spoiler, it's the music running in the background. I was now ready to show my game to the world, but I thought I'd start with my kids first. So they played it, and like any good kids, they told me everything wrong with it, and about 50 things they wanted that I just didn't have time to add. So now I work till 6 AM fixing and adding what I could. Luckily I had Monday off, but I promised the wife I'd wallpaper my daughter's room. So I asked my wife to give me an hour and I made a WebGL build. And it was broken. I had to fix a load of bugs just to get it to run. Then when it did run, it wouldn't upload. At this point my wife started hounding me, so I grabbed my laptop, locked myself in the toilet and kept trying. Eventually it did upload, and I did start wallpapering 4 hours late, but my wife was not happy. So moral of the story is, don't make any promises, especially to your wife, and especially on GameJam weekend. Big thanks to my kids for playtesting and increasing my workload, and for my wife for not lecturing me too much at the end. I changed up the format of my devlogs to bring a bit more humor to the log to match the theme of the game. Let me know what you think, and if I should make more devlogs like this or stick to my normal format. Please like if you like the video and subscribe for more videos like this. Cheers guys, I'll catch you in the next devlog.